Hey y'all, this yo girl, and I am back with another recipe. Here we go, mini stuffed shells. Yum, yum, yum. Let's get into it. So, here are all my seasonings. I'm telling you, it makes your life so much easier when you gather all your seasonings. I went to Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and Kroger's, or Ralph's for some. And baby, let's put it all together and make something good. Let's go. So first what I did is I cutted all my vegetables, all of whatever needed to be cut, I did that first. So first I got my onions, I sliced them, yum yum yum. Make sure you peel them, your eyes will get watery, so be prepared. I got my garlic. Everyone has their own hack on doing garlic. I like to just take them out of the little bulb and then just smash them and peel them that way. Then dice them up. Good to go. On to the next. Then next, I got my sweet Italian sausage. Now, you could have got the raw ones. I thought that's what I bought until when I opened them up, I realized I didn't. I got the ones that were already pretty much cooked. So I had to slice them and cube them up. But if you had them raw, then you wouldn't need to do this step. But baby, you do what your money lets you do. Amen. Let's go. The next, I got my pot and I got my olive oil, and I got it nice and hot. That way I could add in all of my fixins. So I did my onions first. Ooh wee. Got that sizzling for about 2 minutes until it got a little translucent. Then I added in my garlic. I did that for like maybe 2 minutes. You don't want your garlic to go too long because you don't want it to burn, and you don't want that burning taste in your pasta. Then next, after I did that, I added in my meat. So if you had it raw, then yeah, you would just add it in and incorporate it all. In this case, mine are pretty much cooked, but I wanted to get a little bit of caramelization onto them. So we're gonna cook them until they get nice and little like caramelized. Yum, yum, yum. Then after that, I added in my tomatoes. I love sun-dried tomatoes. When you do sun-dried tomatoes, depending on how they are, these are a little dehydrated. So I like to cook them a little bit before I add in all my liquid and stuff. So that way they can hydrate a little bit and get a little bit of that caramelization, because baby, when you eat it after it's caramelized, it's just like yum, 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 yum. So let's go. Let's get into it. So I sauteed that for about maybe the 3 to 4 minutes. I added my flour. And this flour, when you add in flour, it's just gonna help kind of thicken it up, because you don't want it like runny. You want it to have a little thick consistency, because it just goes down the stomach so much better. Okay. Then I mix it all together until it was like a paste almost, as you can see. Then I slowly add in my liquid, because your liquid is going to loosen up that flour and it's gonna make it more smooth and have that nice consistency. So I added my liquid little by little. I added more seasoning. Season as you go. That's all I gotta say. Yum, yum, yum. Season as you go. Then once I did that, I put that on a simmer. And you're gonna let that go. I also forgot to add the tomato paste in, so make sure you add the tomato paste in. The recipe calls for it. Add it, you want it. And then I brought that to a rolling boil. And once it came to a rolling boil and I mixed everything again, you just want to make sure you're mixing. That way nothing's sticking to the bottom, and that nothing's getting like clumpy. You want to avoid that. Then I added in my shells. Now, obviously stuffed shells, you're going to want to like stuff everyone, but this is more of like a kind of like a pasta soup almost, but not really. So again, these are minis, so that way, or these are mediums, so that way, to me they're minis. Like the minis are like micros. That's just my opinion, to each its own, but to me I call the mediums minis. So what I did is I put them in, and that way we're gonna cook them into our mise en place, our little mix right here. So we're gonna cook that all in, and you're gonna cook them for as long as those noodles need to cook. I added a little bit more liquid because remember, like the longer you cook, the liquid starts to evaporate. I want that right consistency. So you kind of have to add a little bit of liquid, a little bit each time, and you can always add more at the end and let it cook for a little bit just so it can mix all together. So that's what we did right here. Let's go. Now we checked. Ooh, look at that. Now I did do probably like the first like 12 minutes. They weren't done yet. So I wanted to give the pasta to make sure I like my pasta soft. Okay, some people like a little al dente. I want it cooked a little past al dente because sometimes, especially when you add in like the whole box like I did, like you want to make sure that every piece is cooked and it's the same. It's nice and tender. You don't want, this little part al dente. You want nice and tender. So then once I did that, I added in my vegetable, my spinach, and whatever vegetables you decide to do. I added that in, but first I did my cream because now it's like, okay, now we get into the end. We want to make sure it's nice and thick. So I added in my cream. So once you add in your cream, you want to give that a good little mix and then add in your greens. And that's what we did. Now I washed my greens and I made sure I got the paper towel to dry them to get all the liquid out because we don't want this like watered down by no means. Then at the end, it does call you to make like a little mix. Kind of like when you make lasagna and you have like that cheese little mix. I did the same thing in this case. So I got in my ricotta and then I added in the cheeses that I like. You can add in any cheese that you like, but having that cream of the ricotta and your cheese is just, when you mix it all together, it's just yum, 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 yum. So once you mix that, I added a little bit of Parmesan as well. Again, season that too. You always want to season everything. Be careful with the salt, but you can season with herbs, as much herbs as you want. And then at the end, if you need more salt, you need more of this or that, you could always add it at the end. But I seasoned my little cheese mix. Then once I did that, I did my little scoopies. But yeah, this is it. I hope you like it so much. I did. It was yummy. Thank you for listening in. Hope you come back again soon.